Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago on another rainy day. Wonderful news. Public servants to get back pay before Christmas. Tens of thousands of Trinidad and Tobago's public sector employees can expect to end 2025 with more money in their pay packets than they started with at the beginning of this year, as they are set to receive an advance on their back pay on or before December 23rd, 2025. Ain't that a wonderful Christmas gift to receive? On Tuesday, the Chief Personnel Officer, Dr. Darrell Dindial, and the Public Service Association formally signed a memorandum of agreement for a 10% increase in salaries and allowances for the periods 2014 to 2016 and 2017 to 2019. The CPO's office indicated that Dr. Dindial has agreed to continue discussions with the PSA to determine the methods and timelines for the settlement of outstanding allowances and the payment of arrears. A statement from the PSA said that in addition to the 10%, agreement was reached on a number of other issues, including the advance on arrears on or before December 23rd, 2025, new salaries for the month of January 2026, and the consolidation of the cost of living allowance for both periods. Once again, I'm very happy for all of you who work in the public service. Wonderful news. No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Another promise made, another promise kept. Across Trinidad and Tobago, Form 1 students are receiving their laptops and stepping confidently into a world of digital learning and discovery. Students from Aranguez North Secondary School collected their laptops yesterday. These laptops support revision, practice, and personalized guidance, while also giving students access to digital skills development, online research tools, and creative platforms that encourage exploration and innovation. Laptop distribution will continue in the coming weeks. Parents will receive updates from their child's school principal. I can't wait to hear when the announcement will be made that children from the Sangre Grande area also receive their laptops. Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls, 9D panoramic sound, long battery life and fast charging, control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design, available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Trinidad and Tobago is open for business. Yesterday marked the official launch of the 2025 to 2026 cruise ship season with the arrival of the Coral Princess cruise vessel. The Honorable Jerlene John, one of the hardest working members of the Kamala Prasad administration, Minister of Works and Infrastructure joined tourism partners to celebrate the start of another exciting season of welcoming visitors from around the world to our beautiful twin island republic of Trinidad and Tobago. In her remarks, Minister John underscored the growing competitiveness of global tourism and encouraged all partners and stakeholders to unlock Trinidad and Tobago's full potential as a premier cruise destination, capable of attracting even more cruise calls through our unique experiences and vibrant culture, all with the aim of diversifying and boosting our national economy. And that is what we need to do. We need to use the oil industry, the energy industry as our backbone, including petrotrin, in order to invest in diversification, which includes agriculture, in building our reviving our agricultural sector, and definitely the tourism sector as well. Manufacturing was something that was promised by the Kamala Prasad administration during their campaign, boosting the manufacturing industry. The minister said that reclaimed port lands will be used in part to upgrade the cruise ship terminal. That sounds like a wonderful idea. And to build hotels and other amenities to help bolster our tourism sector. Tired of losing your keys, phone, or coins in that annoying gap between your car seat and the console? We've got the perfect solution. Our universal car seat gap fillers are back in stock, ready to save your stuff and make your ride clutter-free. Available in black, brown, beige, and red, they're designed to fit any car seat and blend perfectly with your interior. Simply WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and enjoy delivery straight to your door in just 1 to 3 days. News from Guyana now. First Lady partners with utility companies to expand employment opportunities for persons with disabilities. This sounds like a nice idea to be introduced here in Trinidad and Tobago as well, if we don't already have those type of programs or policies in place. Her Excellency First Lady Aria Ali yesterday secured a landmark partnership with Guyana's major utility and service providers to expand employment opportunities and improve access to essential services for persons with disabilities through the Center for Equity, Opportunity and Innovation. So therefore, you don't really have to just depend on a disability check anymore. You will be provided with job opportunities, and a lot of people want to feel that sense of independence. Also, I like this idea, as long as they are qualified, of course. The announcement was made during a simple but significant ceremony at the center, which was launched in June of this year at Palmyra Region 6. And then, of course, probably they may create certain types of jobs that will be suitable for these individuals. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, has said that the government is working to possibly acquire a groundbreaking HIV prevention injection to further boost the country's prevention care program. I hope we introduce that here in Trinidad and Tobago as well and throughout the Caribbean. The minister highlighted this initiative on the sidelines of an event on Tuesday. Dr. Anthony stated there's a new drug that is on the market that we are working to see whether we will be able to acquire it, to be able to get it. I hope they do. And as I said before, I hope that the Kamala Prasad administration here in Trinidad and Tobago, if they haven't already begun that process, will take it into consideration as well. Guyana has reaffirmed its commitment to deepening ties with St. Lucia following the re-election of Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre. In an official statement, President Dr. Irfan Ali extended congratulations on behalf of the government and people of Guyana, noting that Pierre's second-term victory reflects the strong confidence the St. Lucian electorate continues to place in his leadership. Congratulations to the Prime Minister of St. Lucia yet again. The regularization of Cane Grove, Region 4, is moving ahead as promised, and the Ministry of Housing, Central Housing and Planning Authority will be working with the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission and private lease owners to acquire at least 15 acres of land for the development of a formal housing scheme. That really reminds me a whole lot of the Susu land programs that we had here in Trinidad and Tobago decades ago, and also what they continued with the whole giving of providing of deeds of comfort to individuals who were considered squatters at a point in time, who were squatters at a point in time, but now they have legal rights to the ownership of their land. I believe in this particular case, and I don't know if that's the same here in Trinidad and Tobago, you do pay a small fee for the land that you're owning now, but it isn't anything significant at all. So it's very affordable for the citizens. And I always say that I believe that as a citizen of a country, you have the right to ownership. It's a small parcel of land, a portion of land that you can call your own, and you can build a home, build a house to be able to live in. That is something that all citizens should have a right to. The government of Guyana has announced the activation of additional automated speed cameras and radar speed signs across Region 3, Essequibo Islands, West Demerara, bringing the entire region under coverage as part of the next phase of the Safe Road Intelligence System. We need a whole lot more. If we already do, I'm not sure, but we need a whole lot more of those type of devices throughout Trinidad and Tobago. That will sort of probably, hopefully, deter the type of speeding culture, as I call it, the need for speed culture that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. But I continue saying this most of all, what I believe, and this is something that I think is already being implemented in Guyana, but it only pertains to the truck drivers. There's need for speed limiters, or speed governors, as they call it in Guyana. That way, you know for sure the vast majority of the population will abide by the speed limit laws in the respective countries. In Trinidad, it's 100 kilometers. I think in Guyana, it's still 80. In my opinion, it should have never been increased to 100 kilometers here in Trinidad and Tobago. It should have remained at the reasonable 80 kilometers per hour. Making remarks at the Guyana National Bureau of Standards Awards ceremony last week, Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips has said that the responsibility for national competitiveness cannot rest only on companies, noting that government has a responsibility to develop the environment in which companies must operate, and I will say thrive and progress. He announced Guyana's plan to establish the MSME Development Bank, which is designed to address this gap. This $200 million United States initiative is set to become operational, in 2026, and will provide microloans at 0 interest rate. We need that here in Trinidad and Tobago as well. I mean, we do have certain types of programs already put in place to assist businesses and so forth. But do we have any sort of loans available from the government that will charge 0 interest? Telling you, that sounds like a wonderful initiative or policy. This bank will also guide entrepreneurs in preparing business plans, organizing financial information, and understanding compliance requirements. These measures, according to the Prime Minister, are designed to give small businesses a realistic chance to grow. And once again, I'm not saying that we here in Trinidad and Tobago don't have certain grants for businesses and whatsoever. I'm talking about loans. Do they provide loans at 0 interest rate? If they do, then that's wonderful. And anyone out there, you are free to correct me or give me the information on that. Moving on to Jamaica now, Finance Minister Favour Williams announced Jamaica's third revised budget for the ongoing 2025 to 2026 financial year as the country continues to grapple with the severe economic fallout caused by Hurricane Melissa. The revised spending plan comes one day after the announcement of a US $6.7 billion support package assembled by 5 major international financial institutions to help drive Jamaica's recovery and reconstruction over the next 3 years. 3 years is a long space of time, though, people. And therefore, I hope not most of this money that is being donated by various countries and governments or banking institutions will actually be provided for the government of Jamaica to then also distribute or deliver that financial aid and different types of aid to those who need it the most, especially in the rural areas, in the shortest time possible. Moving on to the interesting facts segment, researchers studying raccoon behavior have found early signs that the animals are shifting toward domestication. Scientists observed calmer reactions around people, greater social curiosity, and improved problem solving in human-shaped settings. These changes appear strongest in raccoons living in cities, where generations have adapted to human activity. It's all about adaptation, of course. The researchers note that these traits mirror the earlier stages of domestication seen in animals like foxes and wolves. I honestly do believe that God's creation in the animal kingdom, the animals also have souls just as we do, and that's why it's probably possible for them to adapt to new environments. Closing off now with the travel segment. Despite being on the English coast, St. Ives has a Mediterranean feel that makes it stand out from its Cornish surroundings. While the town slows down in winter, there's still plenty to do and see both indoors and out, all while avoiding the crowds of summer. On the clearest days, St. Ives seems like a trick of the eye. All golden beaches and cliffs etched with whitewashed cottages, it feels more like an Italian fishing village than an English coastal town. The incongruity has made the Cornish enclave one of Britain's most popular summer escapes, but its charms don't fade as winter sets in. Rather than hibernating, the town exhales. Its cobblestone streets see less footfall, while its blissfully empty beaches hum with a meditative crashing of Atlantic waves. That sounds like a wonderful place to add to my wish list of places that I want to visit in the future. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news headlines. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe, most of all, in Jesus' name.